Baron Bedlam may not be a household name among DC Comics' expansive roster of villains, but his role as a geopolitical threat, a fascist nationalist, and a recurring enemy of the outsiders has made him one of the most intriguing deep cuts in the DC universe. His origin is rooted in political vengeance, power obsession, and the darker themes of legacy, patriotism, and tyranny. Baron Bedlam first appeared in Batman and the Outsiders #1 in August 1983, created by writer Mike W. Barr and artist Jim Aparo. His real name is Frederick DeLamb, and he hails from the fictional Eastern European nation of Markovia, a country rich in history, but often plagued by political instability and civil unrest. DeLamb was the son of a Nazi collaborator who ruled Markovia with an iron grip during World War II. After the liberation of the country, the collaborator was executed, leaving young Frederick embittered and obsessed with restoring his family's legacy of power. Frederick took the title of Baron Bedlam and spent years amassing wealth, influence, and paramilitary resources, all with the goal of reclaiming control of Markovia. A shrewd tactician and ruthless operator, Bedlam believed that he was the rightful ruler of the country, and he viewed the democratic Markovian monarchy as weak and corrupt. In a bid to topple the ruling family, particularly Prince Brian Markov, who would later become the superhero Geoforce, Bedlam initiated a violent coup. The emergence of the Outsiders, a superhero team led by Batman, directly foiled Bedlam's initial attempts to seize power. In one of their earliest missions, the Outsiders were called upon to help stabilize Markovia, which placed them in direct conflict with Bedlam. The villain was portrayed as both ideologically dangerous and physically capable, using science, mercenaries, and later even superpowered means to pursue his goals. One of Bedlam's more memorable and disturbing moves came when he subjected himself to experimental procedures in an attempt to replicate Geoforce's Earth-based powers. After kidnapping the scientist who had helped Prince Brian gain his abilities, Bedlam underwent a similar procedure. However, it failed, resulting in severe pain and madness rather than superpowers. This act showcased Bedlam's desperation and delusional belief in his destiny as Markovia's savior. Baron Bedlam's presence in DC Comics may be sporadic, but it is always symbolic. He represents the rise of neo-fascism and the persistence of extremist ideology in the modern world. Unlike many comic book villains driven by personal vendettas or greed, Bedlam sees himself as a patriot willing to do anything, including murder and genocide, to save his nation. His clashes with Geoforce are especially poignant, as they often reflect the battle between democratic ideals and authoritarian control. Though not frequently featured in major crossover events or Justice League-level threats, Bedlam's storylines tend to be politically charged and grounded in real-world parallels. He's a character that writers can use to explore the dangers of unchecked nationalism, militarism, and historical revisionism. His aristocratic mannerisms and cold demeanor make him a compelling contrast to more flamboyant villains in the DC canon. In later years, Bedlam would resurface in various Outsiders-related story arcs, including plots involving espionage, civil unrest, and underground resistance movements. He even aligns himself with other supervillains and underground organizations, but his loyalty remains only to his vision of Markovia. His character hasn't changed much over time, still deluded, still dangerous, and still yearning for control. But that's precisely what makes him a uniquely terrifying fixture of the DC universe. He's not chasing infinite power or alien conquest. He's chasing a kingdom, a flag, a legacy, and he'll burn everything to the ground to get it. While Baron Bedlam might not headline a blockbuster anytime soon, his role in Batman and the Outsiders, and as a key enemy to Geoforce and the Markovian crown, remains essential. He's the kind of villain whose relevance only grows in a world increasingly aware of the threats posed by autocracy and historical vengeance. For fans of grounded political thrillers and morally complex adversaries, Baron Bedlam is a hidden gem worth revisiting.